So this is morning here in Brazzaville, and yes, I am in Congo Brazzaville. And this town is just so beautiful. Like, can you guys see the amount of plants? Like, these guys are obsessed about plants. I think they really understand the meaning of environment and the effect that plants have to the environment. Like, there's a lot of geography going on here, so that's one thing that I really love about here. And I've been here for a few days and I haven't really had time to go vlog around because I really wanted to give you guys like, organized content since I'll be vlogging a lot. So there's a lot of things that I just wanted to let you guys know. So ever since I got here, I just realized that there's so many things about Congo Brazzaville that they're just not the same. Like, it's not the same thing with Congo Kinshasa. It's not the same thing with Cameroon. Like, there's just a lot going on here that is just a whole different ball game. And I just thought that I share with you guys the little that I have noticed. So the first thing that I actually noticed here is their French. Like, when you get into Brazzaville, the French that you hear is way different from the French that you hear in my country, Cameroon. So I feel like their French is way more polished and way more French. C'est en fait. Le français, c'est tellement différent. Donc, you really hear them articulate. Like, even when I came here, the people who checked me in from the airport, like, they spoke so much good French, and I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe that, another African country was going to have, like, way more polished French than Cameroon. So that's one thing that I actually realized. The French was really, really, much more just different. So another thing that I came here and I realized was that their roads are not that bad. They have like really nice roads and people really respect, like traffic lights and everything. They're just much more organized. Like, they're not, it's not chaos. It's not just chaos. Everything is well organized and the people are really disciplined. Their taxis are really great. So coming to taxis, they have this way of transportation that I'm gonna eventually expatiate when I start to go out fully and vlog and show you guys. Like, I see a lot of buses. Like, if you're in Cameroon, the buses that go to Soa. That is much more of their taxis. That's what they use on a daily day. That's what actually costs like 300 francs or 200 francs or 400 francs. They are the buses, but they're all painted in green and white. And then they have the other taxis, the regular taxis that you have to pay from like 1,000 francs upwards to go anywhere, and you just sit by yourself in the taxi. They don't have to like bashir you, you know what I mean? So that's another thing that I really realized. I noticed another thing that I noticed is that they plant a lot of trees. Like I showed you guys, they plant a lot everywhere you go. Like, little 2 meter square environment, or maybe a 5 meter space, they have like all kinds of green plants there, which is like, it makes the place really beautiful. Like, if you saw my video when I just got into the airport, you're gonna see like a lot of green plants. I didn't know that they were preparing me for like the green forest. Like, everything here is so green. And the organization is something that you cannot miss. The organization, people, they respect the street lights, they respect the traffic lights, sorry. So everything is like super well organized. And another thing that I realized here is they cut light a lot. Okay, now I think Cameroon is on top at this point. Cameroon, yeah, we have like, they cut the lights, there's never power and everything, there's no electricity. But here they cut the electricity way too much. Like, in one day they could cut the electricity like 4 or 5 times or even 3 times. I mean, there's been 2 days that I stayed without them cutting electricity, but some days they cut like 3 times, sometimes 2 times. So if you don't have a generator, like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Another thing that I've just realized here is it's very hot. I mean, this is morning. I'm making this video in the morning, so you really don't feel like the heat, but naturally it's very hot. You can really not stay outside for a very long time, and living a day-to-day life without a fan or AC, I think that's just going to be nuts, because it's really hot, especially inside the house. If you don't have AC or fan, that's not gonna work for you. And then since they have a lot of trees and all that stuff, I think that they have a lot of mosquitoes. And I don't think that the mosquitoes are really the problem, but they have like midgets, a lot of midgets. Like, the midgets, they bite you. You just discover some little things biting you. And I really have a bad memory and a bad experience with midgets, because my skin I've suffered midgets for a very long time. I don't know if you can really see, but when I was in school, PSS, there were a lot of midgets, and you know, that was just not that was just not nice for me. So coming back to an environment with midgets, I don't know how I feel about it. So okay, so another thing that I wanted to, baby, let's go, come here. Another thing that I want to just that I notice here is the people are quite polite. Yeah, they're very polite, they're very understanding. It's not total chaos. Like, I went to the market, I'll be showing you guys, there's so much for you to explore. There's their transportation system that I need to show you guys. There's their market, and you know, this country is super expensive. You know that I'm always going to complain. This country is super expensive. Like, everything is like 500 francs or 1,000 or 3,000 higher than normal. And the last thing that I want to tell you guys or show you guys is our currency, the money we use and the money they use here is exactly the same thing. Like, if you're coming to Brazzaville, you don't even need to change anything. Just the same note you came with is the same note that you're going to use here. So I don't understand why their living standard is very high. Another thing is they don't have a lot of population, so that's why you don't really feel the heat as much as you will feel in Douala, because their population, I think they're just 5 million. And it's a whole different country from Kinshasa. So if you're actually from Brazzaville, if you're from Congo Brazzaville and you want to go to Kinshasa, you actually need a visa. So yeah, just to tell you guys how different they are. There's like two different countries. Here the population is about 5 million. Kinshasa, they have a population of about 100 million plus. So it's two different countries. And here it's much more organized. Like, this is much more of an administrative country. They have a lot of police moving around like randomly, you know. So there's a lot to this country. Like, I visited the market, but it was very brief. I'll take our time to actually go to the market and show you guys like what actually goes there, what actually goes on. But generally the living standard here is higher. The lowest pay grade here is 70,000, and you know, those are a lot of things that you just need to know. Like, know that life here is more expensive. The living standard here is very high. The French here is more polished. The transportation here is way better than my country, even though it's more expensive. The roads here are much more organized. The people are much more polite. Everything here is like, I think that this country is going to be much more peaceful than where I'm coming from. I mean, I love my country, but I love the chaos in the country. It's way more interesting than this, I'm sure. But there's a lot that I'm going to show you guys. There's a lot to be discovered, and I will not miss out. Like, the trees in this country is something that you are going to not miss. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be updating you guys, I think, every 2 days, depending on how I succeed to navigate myself around this country. So there's a lot of things that I'll be discovering. I'll be going to the market, I'll be going to their supermarket, I'll be going to their local market, and then I'll be going to their supermarket, and then I'll be going like to their boutiques and shops, because you know that I love like fashion and stuff. And I'll be meeting with like their influencers and all that stuff, because that's what I actually plan to do here. And I plan to actually, you know, see what business works for me here. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching my video, and you know, see you guys in my next video. Bye.